Stormbolt off the bat, big burst opener, immediate trigger for Deathwish, trying to see if he can cool off. Reflect up for Kai. Oh my goodness, big defensive for Deathwish, trying to see if he can back up out of there. Needs to somehow get himself a little bit more burst damage versus Kai. Does he have a Death Shock him? If he has Death Shock him, now would be a good time to get all the damage up and running. Death Shock him doing quite a bit of damage. Rapid fire, massive damage, explosive shot. Dude, that 20% explosive shot damage is feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. Knockback, but it's going to be charged back for the Warriors. Still champ. Doesn't stop in place. Nina right after him. Oh, into reflect back into Nina. Kai with the burst right now. This is Nina. Got himself full real wings this time around. First set of wings with just an extra bit of wings. When Deathwish falls, Nina gets to avenge him and get himself a random bout of wings as long as they are in that, what is it called? Red aura? Board for Kai? Okay, that's a bit of cheese. But trying to see if he can escape Nina as best as possible. Reflect up in case there's another stun. As long as you're very careful, you shouldn't end up stunning yourself. Kai, not in a great spot. Does go for stunning to Nina. It's going to be a big old blessing of protection. Kai doesn't have really much left here. Got himself human ratio, but that's really about it. Charging? Is that an intercept? Is that what I just saw? You're playing intercept? Stun onto Nina. Does gonna go for a trinket into a hodge, taking him out fairly quickly. Oh my goodness, who was playing intercept just now? What? I mean, I guess if you're talented into intercept, which we don't see commonly, I guess that's kind of okay. If an ally is kind of sort of close to you in a position, as long as they're not going out to position for you specifically. Gonna be a big port set up by Cobra. Wants to see if he can get himself full go versus Nina. I don't know if Nina got wings or not at this point. Shield of Vengeance available. Blessing Protection down. I don't know if he got a Spell Warden and Blessing. Bubble available. Wings available. It looks like Final Wreck is available. As long as you combine Final Wreck with Wings together, then you should be able to have both of those abilities available at all times. Full succubus ready for Cobra. Nina just kind of waiting out for whatever cooldowns they can really get. I don't know what tricks is taking a port. Stun onto Cobra, gonna be full wings available for Nina, but a succubus is gonna just pull you on the side, put you in the corner, let you think about what your actions is. And Emily comes out, trying to see if he can charge out. Mortical immediately, bonds of full break, and triple shield is available, or triple portal rather, but Nina's trying to go for a bit of that shield of vengeance, trying to see if he can dampen some of this damage. Do they have a wall as well? If you got a wall, you may need it. Blind onto the succubus for just a second. Nina, wings are down for the count. Could be in that execute range. I think it might just be over unless you go for a bubble. Does get a bubble. This is where Cobra trying to see if he can maybe bait a bubble out of Nina. He knows it's gonna happen. Got himself a couple of casts. Juke by Cobra, but still super low on health. Does go for the succubus, and Cobra held on to his big defenses so far. It's gonna be Bonzafell into Nina. If Nina backs up or charges at him, it's gonna be big damage. Mad burst. Oh my god, the fiery explosion of just soul fire. You go with the Bonzafell and the conflagration all at once, just blowing up the paladin. With QKL gonna be up next. Charging now. Cobra was able to actually wait out for his cooldowns, and actually it should be a-okay for now. QKL popping a lot of his offenses very early, but Cobra is looking kind of good. He got Wall, Dark Pact, Mortal Coil. He got himself a Infernal if he wants to drop that in. Bonza fell around the corner. If QKL wants to charge out, wants to get aggressive, wants to break out of this, try to go for a stun. Looks like Bonza fell isn't gonna get any value whatsoever. Cobra got himself a bit of defense, but got himself also mobility. QKL trying to go for a charge, but Cobra got himself plenty of movement, able to go for a soul burn as well as a port in order to keep himself completely immune from any kind of slows. Trying to see if he can sand QKL away from him for just a second. So far off the succubus, you see, has himself the angle. Good pressure. That's going to be big damage. Not the biggest that I thought, but still decent damage. Wall available for Cobra, able to reduce a lot of this damage. QKL stun. Chaos Bolt 1, Bolt 2. Oh my god, the second Bolt is so much better than the other one. Oh my goodness, cannibalize immediately. While the entire team were just looking at him, looking at the atrocities of a Warlock. But the man does get himself plenty of recovery. Is it going to be Forkbeard next? Or is it going to be Jayhawk? It looks like it's going to be Forkbeard. The man at least giving Cobra as much of an honorable duel here as possible, letting him get himself a proper opener, or proper cannibalize rather. Gonna be Cobra hidden with a Mortal Coil, can't really do much about it. Forkbeard is in a position, able to avoid the succubus pretty well. Full blades at a Cobra might not be in a great spot though. Board for Cobra, trying to see if he can get back up out of there. Maybe this where succubus C could be very useful, as Forkbeard trying to see if he can chase after the Warlock. Does get the succubus CC. No trinket available, use the Dark Ritual really early on. So far it should do quite a bit of damage. Reflect is up, but it's not able to deflect the Bonds of Fell. At least able to reduce a lot of the damage by 20% or 25. Maybe 25 is only for prod, but everybody else gets only 20. Leap around the corner. Forkbeard is doing pretty okay. Got him some parry in case he needs to. That's also going to be a little bit of that damage offset into his ragey shield. That is the ignore pain. Cobra not in a great spot. Has himself Mortal Coil. As long as he doesn't Mortal Coil back into himself with a reflect, he might be okay. He also does have a succubus that's constantly keeping Forkbeard slowed, so I can give him a little bit better of a setup in order to find himself that angle. Bonzo fellas, succubus C comes out, has a trinket, kind of camera ends up going into the wall. Charge, Mortal Coil sends out. He got him to reflect a little bit early. Stun to fall incinerate. Is that going to be enough? Just incinerates. He does get past the shield. Forkbeard doesn't have much. It's going to be a big old portal of chaos. It just goes down. Stormbolt is sent, but it's just not enough. Jayhawk up next. You gotta use the succubus aggressively here. It's gonna be undead Rachel, immediately interrupting Cobra. The guy is trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a reset. Has himself reflect for the mage, so might be able to make something happen here. It's gonna be Infernal coming back up sometime sooner. Swapping out the pets for an intro pet. Jayhawk got himself the Arcane Surge. Maybe this week he can go for a reflect. Got himself a shield, but it's not gonna hold on long at all. The reflect is gonna be spellstone by Jayhawk. That's gonna be Corbett. No health. Oh my god, the touch of the Magi. It just condenses on Yum. Just out of nowhere, the man goes down. Tried his very, very, very best, but there's only so much he can really do about it. Jayhawk with the Ring of Frost is going to be more demons approaching him as tricks. Gotta get the Vilephian, gotta get all his pets in there. Jayhawk got himself the rings, fire as well as frost. Gonna make it very difficult for Tricks and the pets to approach him. Landing the polymorph, access around the corner, has a blink for this one. Into missiles to fall aboard for Tricks, at least get himself in a better position. Jayhawk out in the open, got himself plenty of defensives. But that's a lot of damage out of left field though. That Tyrant on all the damage out of with the Demon Doggers, just out of nowhere. I think also with another Felguard, had to go for an Icebuck. He had himself a pretty nice defensive with the Temporal. So if you were just to take a little bit of damage, he would reverse it after a while. But it's just not enough, not fast enough. Now, this is where Trink's got to get Jayhawk out in the open where the Tyrant can hit him. But he's actually avoiding all the pets fairly well. Access around the corner, double Felguard is still on him. Still quite a bit of pressure all the time. Should give the Mage rolling here for a little bit longer. Tricks, not really looking all that great defensively. He doesn't have a wall anymore. So his big defensive is gone. He does have a Dark Pack, as well as an Obelisk. Plenty of pets, and as long as he just sends the pets to Jayhawk, I think they do end up mauling him down little by little. Breath right after, Polly to follow, but the pets do end up taking him out, man. My goodness, these Felguards. They do sneak up on you little by little. Cobra with 3. Is it only really 3? I feel like Cobra would have gotten more than that. But there it is, man. Cobra getting some damage up and running. Hell yeah. Alrighty, boys. Let's see if we can do a bit of a switch.